Hello. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to present a memorable wedding speech. How often have you been to a wedding and have been having a wonderful time until the speeches begin? And then just as the bride and groom open their mouths to speak, you are nearly lulled to sleep by their lack of entertaining, captivating, or heartfelt dialogue that is presented to you. If you are like me, this has happened more than a few times and can really ruin the energy of the wedding and leave you wondering why a couple would put so much time, money, and effort into a once-in-a-lifetime event such as this and then drop the ball on the speeches. I personally have been witness to countless wedding receptions and have been part of the wedding party at least 6 to 7 times. I have witnessed what not to do, and I have learned what should be done in order to engage the audience and leave them wanting more. Today, I'm going to inform you of some helpful tips that will prevent the racing heart, the upset stomach, the trembles, the cold sweats that often accompany individuals who are asked to do public speaking. This is the foundation of being able to deliver a good speech. If you are not comfortable in front of the audience, you will not be successful, period. Next, I'm going to provide you with some tips on how to introduce yourself and what types of content is most favorable and desired to be heard from the audience. Thirdly, I'm going to discuss the specifics of what content the groom's speech should entail, and then finally, I'm going to discuss the specifics of what content the bride's speech should entail. Public speaking. First and foremost, you want to get comfortable with the surroundings of where you will be giving your speech. If at all possible, go to the reception hall and practice giving your speech prior to the wedding, if at all possible. Practice, practice, practice. The better you know your speech, the more comfortable you will be with presenting it. This way, if you lose your place in your notes or get tunnel vision from your nerves, you will not be scrambling around trying to find the place where you left off. Know your audience. Age, gender, social status, religion should all be considered prior to writing your speech in order to avoid any uncomfortable or offensive situations. The pitch of your voice, accent, and language should also be suitable for the audience you are speaking to. And if you make a mistake, don't apologize. Either make a joke out of it or simply just move on without mention of it. Stand up straight. Make eye contact with various people as you scan the room, not neglecting any particular part of the audience. Introduction and content. First thing you want to do is simply introduce yourself. Then once you have everyone's attention, it is nice to follow your introduction with something interesting or funny. After that, you want to share one of your favorite sentimental or funny memories of you and your wife together. Just not something too embarrassing. The groom's speech. Begin the groom's speech with a message to the bride. Turn to your beautiful bride. Thank her for being herself, the woman you love so much. Tell her how beautiful she looks and what an amazing woman she has become. Thank the family and friends for joining you on that special day, and tell them you hope that they have the time of their lives tonight. Thank both sets of parents. Present both mothers with a small gift. This is a very kind gesture and something you don't see very often, but makes a huge impact. Thank your best man. And then thank the hosts of the wedding, if paid for by the bride's parents, bride and groom's parents, jointly, or possibly even grandparents sometimes contribute as well. And then the bride's speech. The bride is going to want to thank the groom for wanting to be her husband and allowing you to be his wife. Thank the family and friends for coming and for their support, and tell them you hope that they have a wonderful time tonight. Thank both sets of parents again. Thank your maid of honor and bridesmaids. And then thank the hosts of the wedding, if applicable, once again, for helping to make this such a wonderful and memorable event. In conclusion, I completely believe that the bride and groom speeches are one of the most anticipated, memorable moments of the entire wedding day. I know they are for me. Today we discussed public speaking tips to control fear and anxiety. We covered speech introduction and content guidelines, proper content of the groom's speech, and proper content of the bride's speech. The sanctity of marriage and the ceremony that celebrates the union of two people coming together as one is one of the most beautiful, memorable events in life. Using the information I provided you with today, ensure that your wedding speech will be a huge success and will be talked about for years to come. I thank you very much for your time, and happy wedding.